Believe you can, and you are halfway there. The future belongs to those who believe in their dream. Rise, shine, and make it happen. Good afternoon and welcome to the show. Welcome to Bitz and Pieces, right here on Voice of Liberia. 104.1 in Monrovia, 90.7 in Banga, 89.7 in Kakata, and other frequency across the country. We'd like to say welcome to the show wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Share the show. Invite others to join the show this afternoon. As we talk about the issues, I mean those major issues happening in Liberia. I mean there are too many issues happening, and a lot of them not in the interest of our people, not in the interest of our country. And we're going to talk about some of the issues happening in Liberia. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I'd like to say welcome to the show. Share the show. The name is George. I'm George, where I'm seated, well prepared, well energized to drive it through up to 4. And at 4 o'clock, we shut the door and walk out of here. Bon County Senator Prince Moy describes most ability as criminal. Says the man is involved into duping people, duping business institutions. We will talk about that as well on the show this afternoon. Is Moy the rightful messenger? Should it be Moy to be describing, people as criminals? We'll delve into that this afternoon on the show. Nima County Senator, the Superintendent called me Bono in hot water for misappropriation of over US 2,000 county social development funds. I mean, she used that money for her personal use.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia.
And we're going to have some conversation about it this afternoon as well on the show.
Indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The national chairman of the NPP, the Honorable George Sylvester Moba, did a post. He did a post, and the post reads, "Silence in the graveyard." That doesn't mean happiness is there. What he meant was speak with the Honorable Anthony George Sylvester Moba this afternoon on the show. I mean, he's the best person to interpret his post, and so he will speak with us at 3 o'clock on the show this afternoon. What is happening in my GB County? We're hoping to bring you detail as well tomorrow. We're still investigating what's happening in my GB regarding the portrait of the box belonging to the county that was portrayed by the superintendent. We'll also delve into our recent comment that those who quantify are now celebrating him, while the others are not happy. Those who celebrated him yesterday are not happy today, while those who refer to him as Steve I'm celebrating him today. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. And let's have a wonderful show together right here this afternoon. And so those of you watching, share the live, invite others to join the show. And let's have a friendly conversation right here this afternoon on the show Bits and Pieces. It's on Voice of Liberia 104.1 and other frequency across the country. A lot of issues to talk about, and we're going to talk about those issues. And you will also be given the chance or given the opportunity to speak out as well on some of the issues of concern right this afternoon on the program. And so we can start to talk about the issues, but quickly before we start to talk about those issues of concern, the CAS giveaway is on. You can start that, or you can start to dial *799 *8#. You dial *799 *8#. You dial *799 *8#. *799 *8#. You dial *799 *8#. You dial *799 *8#. You play with just $50 Liberian, and of course you stand a chance to win. The prices that we're giving out. *799 *8#. You dial *799 *8#. star 799 star 8 hash, play with just 50 Liberian dollars, and then you stand a chance to win half bag of rice, $5,000, and of course you stand a chance to win a phone as well. So let's acknowledge those watching. Otello Frank says, "Good afternoon, George. I'm following from Johnsonville." Stanley Sharif says, "Brother George, let me say this to the Liberian people that JNB Liberia is going down the drain on a daily basis." Because businesses owner are crying. Sellers are not getting multiple, plenty more than the buyers. Okay. Papi Keita says, "Good afternoon, voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Dupo Road. Bless God for Mama Liberia." Nowadays, under this government, it has become a major achievement. Okay. That's it. So those of you watching, keep sharing, leave a comment in the comment section. As we move on, I will keep acknowledging those of you watching the show this afternoon. So let's begin talking about some of the issues happening in our country. And like I said, 3 o'clock, I will speak with George Mova. George Sylvester Mova is the national chairman of the NPP. He did a post this morning, and he says silence in the graveyard doesn't mean happiness is there. What he meant, you hear from George Sylvester Mova, and we will have a conversation about the governance of the country, what he makes of the current leadership of the Unity Party, what he said he has observed, and other issues will be talked about this afternoon as well on the show. So there is this thing regarding the superintendent of Nema County. The Honorable Soup called Miape Gono. And fellow Liberians, we need to be honest. And that's why sometimes we find it difficult to force ahead as a country. Because people that we trust and people that we give opportunity to serve, they start to do things out of the way, and they start to do things that they are not to do. And the superintendent of NIMBA of recent made a promise to the Nema County's team. And the promise in totality she made to the team was $2,000 US. She made a vow to the girls that she was going to make available 500 United States dollars. To the boys team, she made a vow of $1,000. And to the coaches, she made a vow of 500 US dollars. And so, of recent, the superintendent of the county single-handedly took this fund from the county social development fund, and that money, without even consulting the local leadership of the county, and doing that in her own name. And this, there are too many people who have reached out to me, and I have in my possession checked and a few other documentations. And some of those documents, we'll read them and we'll say a few things about the act of the superintendent of NIMBA called Gono. And I want to be clear on this platform, Federal Liberians. When funds that are intended for the county when it is being used by an individual, especially the county social development fund, that is not meant to be used single-handedly by a superintendent, when it's being used, I think something is wrong. And the social development fund is a fund that comprises, payments from concession companies and budgetary allocations from the national government that is intended to, promote local development and improve life in underdeserved communities. And in my mind, there are procedures. There are procedures regarding the usage of the county social development funds. A superintendent is not to use a county social development fund single-handedly, whether she made a promise to county team or whatever. There should be project selection. Projects should align with community development priorities. And it should not just be that way, but there should be input from local leaders, including women, youth, and those we refer to as the vulnerable groups. The county council and the administration of the county should oversee the project approval, ensuring transparency and accountability. Not for one person as a superintendent to use the fund for the county for her personal benefit. The project should be executed with proper contract management, monitoring, and evaluation. In my mind, using the county social development fund for her personal use, I think that's completely wrong. The promises she made, I think it was her own promise, and all she needed to have done was to use her personal money to live up to a promise instead of using the county social development fund without proper procedures. And transparency could be termed, or someone will sit and say that's a complete misappropriation of funds, and it requires serious investigation. That's the complete misuse of funds. And what I think it does is that it undermines accountability and transparency. No trust. Nowadays, when you trust people, you give them a little opportunity. They get to the positions, they go there with the kind of minds. They go there with the kind of minds to steal. They go there with the mind, and that's why, Senator Samuel Koga, the vice president, and all the local leaders of the county, they've always had this issue of misunderstanding. Because Koga always feels that funds that should be used for county development, funds that should be used for communities, they are not being used, but rather they're being diverted to personal use. And when Koga comes out and speaks about investigation, when he talks about investigation and people have something else to say, people go after him, he's being insulted. And I think this is where the county leadership will need to stand up. The leadership of the county, NIMBA, will need to stand up, get involved, and show that this Kono lady is investigated. And what is happening is that she does whatever because she feels that she's a friend to the vice president. She feels that she's a friend to the vice president. As such, she do whatever she want to do at her will. She doesn't care about even the caucus of the county. She's always into misappropriation of public funds. Funds that are intended for the county, she just used them anyhow because she's protected by one vice president. She disrespects of colleagues. She disrespects the county caucus. She doesn't care. How many of them will even speak to her and will see her face and say the reality to her because she's close to the vice president. She's being protected by the vice president. She do whatever she want to do. No lawmaker or a senator. The only person now that is speaking out and they're going against him is Senator Coker. She does whatever she wants to. And sometimes I see people all around the place and healing her, forgiving their sin. And sometimes I think we are the ones who encourage who making the people to be corrupt more. We are the one who making the people to steal more from us. Because they go to steal much, they come to give you sin. They give you prayer money and you're celebrating all around the place. And you're celebrating all around the place. How dare Gono to use fund that the county should decide how it should be used, and she just decide to use it the way she want to use it. That's completely wrong. And this is where I'm calling on the local leadership of NIMBA to ensure that Gono is investigated. She should be investigated. That money can be used for other projects. The county can sit and have a conversation, follow the legal process regarding the use of the funds. Or the county social development fund, and be used properly. Now where one superintendent will just wake up one morning because she went somewhere and she made a promise and she strived to get it nowhere. She goes into the county court and take the county social development fund. And now there are too many conversations being held. Too many people now in NIMBA are disenchanted. Even some of the lawmakers are disenchanted, but they are afraid now to speak out. But they are afraid to speak out simply because this lady has some connection with the vice president, the current vice president. And that's what's happening. Simply because she had that tie with the vice president. So they are afraid to speak out, If you speak out, the government will silence you. The vice president will ensure that he fight you to better. When you engage them on this issue, they are afraid to speak out. Now, it is few sons and daughters of Nimba that are speaking out. Just few of them that are speaking out. And I want to say a few things quickly regarding the recent statement made by Senator Prince Moy. I just decided to call on the attention of the leadership of Nimba, the lawmakers of Nimba, to ensure that they get involved. Forget about whether the suit have a tie with the vice president. And you are elected by the masses. You are elected by the people. And when their funds have been used, when it's been misused or misappropriated, you need to speak on their behalf. You need to ensure that the right things are done. And not to sit and remain quiet. And not to sit there and be afraid of one vice president. I want to say a few things regarding Moy's recent statement. I listened to Moy this morning on his radio station in Beansfield. And I listened to him. He made some statement. He said some things, and I thought to have some conversation about some of his comments that he made. This morning, Moy presented himself as an angel. He presented himself as someone very clean, someone very fair, and someone who have carried a, someone would say who have a moral and all of that. But he doesn't. Now, I listened to him. He branded Musa ability as criminals, and he's in fact he said Musa is always into dubious acts. You know, Musa took the country. All kinds of comments he made. I don't want to jump into that too much. But now, I've said to myself that Moy, he doesn't even have the moral to criticize people that are even or that have been involved into corruption, people that are involved into corruption or corrupt, as you say. He doesn't have that moral to even say to Musa ability that Musa is a criminal, that Musa is there and that. Well, this is the way who have been involved into it. You have dubious act and he's still involved. And he's still involved. And he's still involved. Such a man will go and sit on his radio station and start to say things. But sometimes, on a very serious note, we don't want to hold Moy responsible for some of the comments sometimes they made. You don't want to hold him responsible for some of the comments he made. This is the man who have gotten rich at the detriment of the county. This is the man who have fought all of the sons and daughters of that county. This is the man that was just of recent accused of receiving over 900,000 bribe to influence the Supreme Court, ruling on the House Speaker's side. This is the man that come in and want to present himself like an angel. This is the man who include facilities, health facilities into national budget and go and get the money and place it in his pocket. You see the budget line at the end of the day, the man go and get the money and place it in his pocket and he pass on. Say he rich man, he money man. And then he come back and want to present himself like an angel. This is the boy who's recommended the appointment of this other young criminal called Bill Jones, that today is getting rich now at the detriment of the Ministry of Finance. This is the way. He has always and he continues to protect Bill Jones. All of the dubious act at the Ministry of Finance that is being carried out by Bill Jones is being heavily influenced by Prince Moyi. And sometimes I listen to them talk about establishment of War and Economic Crimes Code. And they feel when you talk about War and Economic Crimes Code, at the time it was only Prince Johnson, that's how they felt. But I challenge them. I challenge the Unity Party. The director and the rest of the team now. You establish War and Economic Crimes Code here. What are some of you will not go to jail? What are Economic Crimes Code will not get some of you in jail? The properties you got in bomb today, how you got them? Tell us how you got them. You got them from a salary, or were you a businessman when you got them? You are not the right messenger. Message you put in. People that have that moral, I think, should be the one to come out and start to speak. And now you, I think you should be quiet. I think you should be quiet. And let people that have the moral speak up. And let people that have the moral speak up. And not you. Because we know some of the things you've been involved with. We know who exactly you are. We know your record. There are too many dubious acts that you've been involved with. There are too many things you've been into. And we know some of them. We don't want to say them here. At some point in time, you have too many issues on your head that we know of. And if you continue to speak the way you're speaking, I think sometimes we will come and say them here. The same way, who was just of recent allegedly accused of rape, will come here and want to present himself like, you know, he's a holy man, he carried the Bible on his arm and all of that. You don't have the moral, and I think you should be quiet. You are the one encouraging people in government to steal. And I think you should be quiet. We'll go to the line and take a few calls. 3 o'clock, we will place a call to the chairman of the National Patriotic Party, the Honorable George Sylvester Mova. We'll talk about some other issues. Specifically, we'll start with his post he did this morning, and he said, "Silent in the grave doesn't mean happiness there." What he meant, we'll talk to him. We'll look at the economics. We'll talk about economic as well. We'll talk about what he said he has observed since the setting of this government and other issues. But let's go to the lines. You want to talk about a more recent statement, um, referring to his colleague as criminals and presenting himself like a ninja and all of that. And this thing regarding the superintendent of misusing the counted form for personal use and all of that. And we can now go to the lines. We'll go to the lines rather we take few calls and we'll come back and talk to George Sylvester Mova, the chairman of the National Patriotic Party. 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, better to 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, or better to 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, or better to 0773 978 564 are the numbers that put your voices through this afternoon on the show. Bits and Pieces, right in the voice of Liberia, 104.1 and other frequency across the country. 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, or better to 0773 978 564, or 0555 0880 907 907 are the numbers. Not everyone should be speaking out on certain issues. There are some issues you look at, you keep quiet. And especially when you don't have that more. Hello, good morning. Good afternoon, welcome. Let's hear you. I know what everybody's been here. Hello. Caller, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. You call from Single, let's hear you. Go ahead. When you said Nima finish, what do you mean? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ruben Say has joined us. He said, "Good afternoon, Brother George. I'm following you from Parker P. Junction. Thanks for your effort. Always available. I've been watching from Banga, Bonkante." Peter one day says, "Good afternoon. I'm watching you from Crown Hill Community. And I'd like to say welcome to all of you. Share the show this afternoon. Is on Bits and Pieces on Voice of Liberia, 104.1 and other frequency across the country. Keep dialing *799 *8 hash. You keep dialing *799 *8 hash. You keep dialing *799 *8 hash. You play with just 50 Liberian dollars, and of course, you stand a chance to win 5,000 Liberian dollars, half bag of rice, and a dinner of oil, or you win for yourself of food, right? So you play 2, 3, 4, 5 times, play multiple times so that you'll be able to win either of the prizes we're giving out. This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name? You call from Brooklyn. Here we go. Let's hear you. Mm. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You made a point. Thank you. Look, whatever I say on this video, and I want you to take me to have me record. Whatever I say on this platform is something that I have record to. This thing regarding the superintendent of NIMBA is something that we have documentation to. If you want them, we can hand deliver them to you. If you want them, we can hand deliver them to you. The issue of Moy, look, my brother, sometimes some of you, the problem I can have with too many of you, sometimes you go for a little of nothing, so you won't be landlords. But my question is, should it be a Moy that will refer to people as criminals and say all kinds of things? I'm not speaking for Mo's ability. I know there will be a time when Mo's ability will have to respond to Moy. But I'm asking you whether it should be a way that we all know today. You know, we all know how he got rich, how he got his riches. I know more than you know than you do. And so nothing about way that somebody would say to me. But I'm asking as to whether it should be way that should be calling people criminals and calling people all kinds of names. Hmm? Come to think about it, I know how we became representatives. I know how he became representative. I know how he got his riches during my head regime, during Salim time when he was referred to as, the Salim Darling boy and all of that. I know all of that. So what is it that you want to say to me? But again, that's the point. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hmm. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Keep that. Then the other person. Keep dialing *799 *8#. Keep dialing *799 *8#. Play with just 50 Liberian dollars. Of course, you stand a chance to win for yourself 5,000 Liberian dollars, half bag of rice, and of course we are also giving out phone. So once you play like 3, 4, 5 times, you stand a chance to win either of the prizes that we are giving out this afternoon. So it's up to you to play multiple times. Play as many times you can play so that you'll be able to win either of the prices that we're giving on right there this afternoon on the show. So keep dialing *799 *8#. Shortly we'll do the first draw before we move in and speak with the chairman of the National Patriotic Party, the Honorable George Sylvester Moba. He did a post, and I tried to reach out to him. He consented to speak to us rather. And so we will be speaking with him shortly. That will be at 3 o'clock, so that he best interpret his how you call it his post. Because I've seen the way other media outlets they reported, hey, is that actually what he meant in his post, you know, and all of stuff. Let's see whether this person want to partake on the show. Hello, you want to partake on the show? Hello? Okay. We lost that person. But keep the calls coming to 0773419502, 0773419502, This person, hello, welcome. Let's hear you. You said? Hello? What's the name from where we call? Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you. You made a point. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You made a point. Thank you. And look, I've always said, and I will continue to say, right? There are certain things and certain. Look, I don't know. This person, hello, you call earlier. You call earlier. Okay, I think you call earlier. You made a point already. So there are certain people, not to say certain thing. When you come out and say certain thing, then people have problem with you because the message and the messenger. Sometimes when you come out with a message, people sit and wonder as to who you are, who this person is, and what is it this person is talking about. They say that this person is the right person to speak to this. I don't know whether the guy calling or the person coming up with whatever points of views, what it is to that's his fault, that's his part of view. But you should also be contemplating as to the question being posed out. Is he the messenger? Is he the right messenger? And I'm telling you, no, he's not. He's not. If you want to come, you can come. I will take you, I will show you some of the practice. The district he was representing, District 2, during my Helen regime. I will show you the allocations that were influencing the budget. He took the money in his pocket today. The only thing you see there, 2, 3 braids, graphic, the oil, right? You can come, I will show you them. Come. So sometimes when you sit in your corner and you make blanket statements, when people discuss the issues and you have nothing, and then you come and say, oh, evidence, what evidence you want? Come. Let me go to court. Then we will prove that. and you say things and you don't have nothing to say to it, it's just good sometimes to keep quiet, and just do your do. You keep quiet and do your do. But what's the time? So shortly we will speak with the Honorable George Sylvester Mova. George Sylvester Mova is the national chairman of the National Patriotic Party. Too many issues to talk about. It promises to be interesting. It promises to be fascinating right here this afternoon on the show. And we'll speak to his post. We will speak to other issues, uh, other national issues on the show this afternoon. We'd like to say welcome to all of you just joining us. Those of you watching, share the live, invite others to join the show, and let's have a wonderful conversation right here this afternoon. And also, you can also keep playing. You can keep dialing the code *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. Play with just 50 Liberian dollars. And of course, you stand a chance to win either of the prizes that we're giving out this afternoon. *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. You play with just 50 Liberian dollars. And of course, you stand a chance to win either of the prizes that we're giving out. So we try to speak with the Honorable George Sylvester Mova. George Mova is the national chairman of the NPP, the National Patriotic Party. So let's try to establish contact with Mr. George Sylvester Mova, now the chairman of the NPP. And let's try to establish contact with George Sylvester Mova. Too many issues to talk about. We'll talk about his recent post and other national issues on the show this afternoon. So I would like to say welcome, invite someone to listen this afternoon to the show as we dive in and talk about other national issues this afternoon. And the cash giveaway is on. You can keep playing, you can keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. You play with just 50 Liberian dollars, and of course, you stand a chance to win for yourself 5,000 Liberian dollars, half bag of rice, and of course, you stand a chance as well to win a phone. And so, I'm trying to connect with the NPP chair, the Honorable George Mova. I'm trying to connect with Mr. Mova. So let's see what we get him from this end. Okay, let me get him from my personal line. Let me get him from this line. Okay, let's try to speak with the Anthony George Mova, the national chairman of the NPP, this afternoon. I'm trying to connect with George Mova. So we want to say welcome, keep listening as we exert efforts to speak with the chairman of the NPP. I don't know why his phone is ringing. But let's see whether we can read that number quickly. I want us to have a conversation with him. We spoke earlier, he consented already. I don't know, but let's see whether we try to get him on. Let's see whether we try to get him on. Okay, I'm sure he will get us back. I'm very sure he will get us back. So there is this comment made by Deputy Speaker Thomas Fa, and I think it's also important that we look at that as well and have some conversation about his comment. You know, Thomas was heard saying that people who referred to him yesterday as Steve 5 today, they are the ones, celebrating him, defending him, and saying the good about him. While people who defended him yesterday, people who celebrated him yesterday, today they are the ones angry and going against him. But now, I think there's a problem. I think there's a problem. And this problem can only be addressed by the government. I repeat, I think there is a problem, and this problem can only be addressed by the government. When you made a comment, whether electionary period, whether after election, whatever comment you made is taken quickly. So you were in opposition. You refer to the deputy speaker as criminal. You refer to this man as Steve. And later today, you start to celebrate him. I think it raises concern about the erosion of mental integrity. It raises serious erosion of governmental or institutional integrity. And if the government doesn't investigate now Thomas Fowler and a high-ranking government official that you label a criminal. Yesterday, you referred to this man as Steve yesterday. And today, you celebrating him. I think it undermines respect for state institutions. The government ship instance should not be a politics. That should not be, or it should not be seen as a politics. What you said yesterday, today you should have evidence of some of the things, of some of the allegations that you label against Thomas Fowler. You should not be the one today celebrating Thomas Fowler. And the president should not even be taking red and cow, from Thomas, taking it to Lofa to distribute it on people for Christmas. What has happened? They say that he's no more a thief. They say that Thomas Fowler is no more a thief. How? How is it that Thomas has changed and he's now being celebrated by the ruling establishment? How did that happen? It said that in Liberia, when you support ruling establishment, once you're in support of a ruling establishment, you do whatever, and you are protected. You do just whatever and you are protected. I think that's wrong. There were too many allegations, there were too many things said about Thomas Fowler and the legs of others. But the same people today in government celebrating him. And Thomas himself coming out and saying it now. That you people said yesterday, I'm Steve. Today, now you're celebrating me. So you see the shift. The shift in the stance of the government. It's not politics, but rather they temper with the system. And it undermines accountability. What the government is doing, it simply undermines accountability. Today, there are other people that go after. Thomas Pala today is being celebrated. Is it because that Thomas is aligned with the ruling establishment? That's why he's being celebrated. So what is it the government is prioritizing? What is it that the government is prioritizing? Alignment? Or what is it you prioritizing as a government? Because you said this man was a criminal, this man was a thief. You said this man looked at the country. You said this man got rich at the detriment of the country. But now, you are the one who's celebrating the man. You defended him at all costs. You defended this man everywhere. You defended him everywhere. So he's no more a criminal? Is that what you're telling us? And it sends a message. The power dynamics trump accountability. And this is where we Liberians, we have to start to learn. We have to start to learn some lesson from the people called politicians. Because the same people who said things were wrong yesterday, today, those same things that were wrong there right now. How? How? These are things when people say their brothers want to get angry. But how? And this can make the public to have distrust in government. It made the citizens erode trust in government transparency. So I know too many of them nowadays, they sit and wonder as to where we headed as a government. They sit and wonder as to where are we heading as a government or as a country. That will say things about people. At the end of the day, what we say about them will come to power. And the same thing we say about them, or the same people we say that they were thieves, they were criminals, up to present, up to now, 2 years. In fact, this is the same man we are celebrating. This is the same man we are celebrating. We no more persecuting this man. We're not investigating the man to persecute the man now. Because the man is aligning with the unity party, with the ruling establishment. You know what signal it sends out there? You know the kind of signal it sends out there? And that's why we have said and will continue to say that sometimes when these things are happening, we hold you, the ordinary people, responsible. You people who go to the ballot boxes, you are under the rain, under the sun, are the ones that we hold responsible for some of these things that are happening. Because people only come to you and say things to you. They say, oh, give me this opportunity. I will do this, I will do this. But how they will do it, they will not tell you. At the end of the day, you are moved. You support them. The people said to you that these guys, they were criminals, going to persecute them. They were going to investigate them and persecute them. So sometimes when these things are happening, especially with the issue of Thomas Fowler, I sit and wonder. I say, so if this thing that has to do with the Capitol building, when the Capitol building got burned, or when this guy, the former speaker, if he were to join the Unity Party after his speakership, we're not going to be removed. Even when there were issues that should led him to be removed, it said that he wasn't going to be removed. The issue of the Capitol building, when it got burned, people that went to jail, if they were Unity partisans, even if they were the ones involved, they were not going to be investigated. They were not going to go to jail. Is that what they're telling us? Is that what they're telling us? The Liberian people expectation for this president during the election was very high. And I think that this president will have to do more. Some of the things you said, you have to work them out. Because the expectation that the people have for you, Mr. President, and too many of them still have for you, is very high. And if you start to do these things, and imagine Thomas himself coming out and saying it doesn't offer well for the government. So the only thing in the country, once you dance into the sign of setting drum, you are protected. Is that how we're going to run this country? Is that how we're going to run this country? Well, let's listen to Thomas. Listen to him. Let's listen to Thomas. Listen to Thomas. Hey, I want you to listen to him. Yes. The responsibility is on your head. The responsibility is on the head of the current government. And I like the way, Thomas placed it. He couldn't place it no much better than the way he placed it. I'll take it from the top. Listen to him. Amen. Amen. My word. You listen to Thomas Fowler. You listen to Thomas Fowler. Where are we heading, my people? Where are we heading, my people? And you may have the ghost to be even boasting about it, boasting and bluffing about it. But he's right, though. Oh, yeah, Thomas right. He can say even whatever he wants to say. Thomas can say whatever he wants to say. He's right. And then all is on your. You'll start to make clarity now. You'll be clarifying now all day. You'll be clarifying. The comment he made yesterday that this man was a thief. Come by and say the man, I know more thief again. Yeah, ain't like it. Sometimes I sit and wonder as to why even I am a Liberian. And I agree with people who say that this country is giving God a hard time. Oh, yes, we are. We are. We are actually giving God a hard time. We are giving God a hard time. And Thomas is right. And he can say even more than that. He will be right. Because for the government to even sit and allow Thomas to dance to their son today, and the years celebrating him and defending him, and people say, oh, the politics, and they wanted him to join them, and that's what they said, all the things they said about him. Then come to think about it. Come to think about it. Come to think about it, fellow Liberians. So they're telling you now that if you ever stole during the Weird regime, whatever you did during the Weird regime, if you don't want to be persecuted or you don't want them to get at you, join the Unity Party or align with the Unity Party. Hello? Hello? Madam Baba? Yeah, let me call you. I'm calling a lot of number here so we have a conversation actually. So that's the kind of country we find ourselves. That's the kind of government we have. They're very selective in what they do. You say you want to fight corruption and you want to be selective and start to do all kinds of things. People join you, and once they join you today, they have no motive, they are being celebrated all around and all of that. But let's see whether we can try now to speak with the Honorable George Sylvester Moba. George Sylvester Moba is the national chairman of the National Patriotic Party. The Honorable George Sylvester Moba is on the line to speak to us about his recent post. He did a post, and that post has gone viral. I don't want to say it's been misinterpreted by other news outlets, but he will best interpret it to us, and maybe we'll talk few things, we'll say a few things about governance. He's also a lawyer. We'll talk about a few other stuff in the country and all of that. The Honorable George Sylvester Moba would like to say welcome to Voice of Liberia, Bitz and PCH live in Banga on 90.7, Voice of Liberia. You're live in Kashata, 89.7 Liberians listening to you in Grand Basso as well on 95.7. Welcome to the show, Bitz and Pieces. Good afternoon, Mr. Moba. Many happy to return. I'm telling you, did a post this morning, and I want to read this post. This post has gone viral. You did a post. What you meant? Silence in the graveyard doesn't mean happiness there. What you meant? Okay. Mm. 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 Before we go further, do you also think Liberians are quiet and they're not happy? Okay. Regarding your post, were you also throwing light or throwing talk to the economic as well, taking into consideration the economy currently under this government? You think there are issues? You want to point out some of the issues? Okay. Hmm. 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 Okay. And you think that's what's happening under this administration? Hmm. Did I hear you say tribalism? Anthony? Mm. Mm. Okay. What do you foresee? What do you foresee, Honorable Anthony and chairman of the NPP? What do you foresee as some of these issues are not addressed by the government of Liberia? Mm. If you were to say to President Joseph Boakai today, what is it you I mean you were to be recommending to him? The NPP. What's the stand of the NPP currently ahead of 2029? Quickly before we take leave of you, Honorable Chairman, of recent, there has been a report of a split within the NPP. Do we expect that to be handled before 2029? What is it you guys are doing to have this handled? Is there anything finally you want to say as we take leave of you, sir? We don't have much time. You need to come. You need to try to come to town. Let's talk. Come live. But Chapman, you in town? But then can we agree something for tomorrow or maybe Wednesday? Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? Can we arrange something for Wednesday? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, I'll call you. I'll call you after the show. Maybe we can plan it better. Maybe after the season. Yeah, 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 yeah. Capital bypass. We are the capital bypass. Thank you. Thank you. His name is Honorable George Sylvester Moba. He is the national chairman of the National Patriotic Party. You listen to him speaking out on his post, and he was like very specific. You know, he tried to simplify his post and he said some things about the economic and the lives of our people. He pointed out to some other things that the government has been able to do, and some of the challenges. He made some recommendations to the president, some of the things that he thinks should be worked on and all of that. But let's do two frequent draws. I want to do two frequent draws here. I want to do two frequent draws here. Let's see where we do two frequent draws. I want to give a 500 to two persons so that they be able to play quickly. Right there. So keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. And once we do the two frequent draws, we will come to the lines and we'll take maybe a few chords. You listen to the NPP chairman. Maybe there are some of you who want to say a few things regarding his comment and the statement from Thomas Farr as well. There are some of you who also want to say a few things regarding Thomas Farr coming as well. But let's go to the line. This person is not picking up. Let me hear from this person. Hello, welcome. What's the name from where you call? Let's hear you live on the show. David King, go ahead. Let's hear you. Go ahead. All right. All right. Thank you. Go ahead. The man has been harming us. Yes. But keep dialing *799 *8#. You keep dialing *799 *8#. 0773 419 502 0773 419 502 0773 978 564 0773. Let me speak with this person. Good afternoon. I'm George Way. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. What's the name? Loretta who? Loretta, you play Voice of Liberia Cash giveaway. When did you play? You played this afternoon? How many times you played? First time? How many times you played today? All right. So the system telling us that you've been playing, and we should send you $500 so that you play a game to be a part of the draw that we're coming to do shortly to give our Rex or $5,000, including a phone. So I send the 500. I send the 500 to your phone so that you'll be able to play. Yeah. Yeah. To add the entry to win. So play right now. Let me get this. Let me get this. Okay. The money on your phone already. You can play quickly. Yeah. Do that. Play so that I'll be able to do the draw quickly. Okay, let's now go to the lines. I'll go to the lines and take maybe 2 or 3 calls. The 2 lines blinking already. I'll take 2 or 3 calls and then I'll wrap it up. Let's get this started. Is it what's in Keo? Good afternoon. You like? Let's hear you. Oh, Liva, go ahead. All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your points. Thank you so much. Well respected. This person, let's get this other person from this. And hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name from where you joined the show? Still Sharif, go ahead. Let's hear you. Wow, your line is coming in broken. Wow, just shake up, please, and call us back. Shake up and call us back. Why it's true that we don't have much time, but we can squeeze you in. Just shake up a little bit and call us back. Right here this afternoon. So 0773419502, 0773419502, 0773978564, 0773978564 item numbers. We can squeeze in one person. And do at least a frequent draw, another frequent draw. Before we go, we can squeeze in one person. Let me talk to this person. Hello. Yeah, good afternoon. I'm Josh Wade. Hello, you listening to me? I'm Josh Wade, and I call you from Voice of Liberia. What's your name? Abihu? Oh, Abigail Dennis. You play Voice of Liberia cash giveaway today. Hello? Hello? Let me try to see whether we connect with Abigail. Let's see whether we try to reconnect with Abigail. Abigail, I was asking you whether you play Voice of Liberia cash giveaway today. When you play, you said? Yes. So that's true. The system is telling us that you're one of our frequent players. We are about to do a draw, and we were instructed by the system to send you $500 so that you play now in order to form a part of the draw that we're about to do. You know the code? You don't know the code? Star 799 star 8 hash. Yeah, star 799 star 8 hash. Okay. Yeah. So that's the quote. So I'm sending you the $500. You're playing with just $50. Today we're giving out 5,000. We're giving out bag of rice and a all. We're giving out phone as well. So play now in the next 2 to 3 minutes. I'm sending the money on your phone. Play so that you form a part of the draw to win. Yeah. Uh, so let me send the money. It's on your phone already. Do that. Do that. Do that quickly. So keep dialing star 799 star 8 hash. You keep dialing star 799 star 8 hash. Keep dialing star 799 star 8 hash. Play with just 50 Liberian dollars. You play with just 50 Liberian dollars and you stand a chance to win either of the prizes we're giving out. So we don't have time. Those of you calling, please. I will not take calls. I'm not taking no more calls. We need to go star 799 star 8 hash. So those of you playing, play quickly, play 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I'll wrap it up on the show, come right back and do the rest of the draws. So you have to keep playing. Once I return here, I'll do the remaining draws. People keep calling. But let me just squeeze in this present here quickly, then I'll go. Let me squeeze in this present. I think I have like 4 more minutes. Hello, I will squeeze you in quickly. Let's hear you. What's your name? Go straight to the point. Go ahead. Hmm. Thank you so much. And that's it. That's it. Keep dialing the code star 799 star 8 hash. Keep dialing star 799 star 8 hash. And that's it. We gotta go, folks. We gotta go. Yeah. And so that's how we like to take leave of you on the show. The invitation is just to join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock for another splendid edition of the program on this radio. Until we meet tomorrow, my name is Josh. I'm Josh, where you are presented. The show, Baba, I'm out.